So what is up, you guys? Welcome back. This is another episode of the Reading Spires. Thank you for joining us. Now, I already know why you're here. I know why you came. Okay? And you know how we do. Yes, we have another good book. And Franklin is here with us. Frank! Say what's up. Franklin says hello. And Javante is still here with us. Yay! We clap it up for Javante because he has survived yet another day in the turtle tank, and only the strong survive. Okay? Now, if you watched us on Sunday, then you already know the book that we're going to read. But if you did not, tonight's book is all about the magic of science. Problem solving. So if that sounds like you, then this one is for you. Okay? Tonight's book is called Fairy Science. And this book was written by Ashley Spires. And it says, Esther chooses science, even though all of her fairy mates in Pixieville believe in magic. Should be interesting. Let's see if we have a dedication page. And we do. It says here, to every child who has ever discovered the magic of science. All right, let's get into it. Esther does not believe in magic. This is unusual because Esther is a fairy, and fairies are all about magic. They use magic wands and they mix magic potions. Some fairies even make magical fairy dust. Esther is pretty sure that's just dandruff. She is the only fairy in Pixieville who believes in science. Esther prefers facts, data, and hard evidence to wishing on stars. Go ahead, girl. Look. Unfortunately, the only thing they teach in fairy school is magic. Class is very frustrating for Esther. Fairies were born when a drop of rain passed through a rainbow and landed on a flower bud. When the flower bloomed, the first fairy took flight. And for Miss Pelly Petal, as you can see from this chart, it is more likely that fairies, as a species, evolved in response to influences such as environment and diet. Esther can't help observing the world differently from everyone else. Where other fairies see a path to hidden gold, Esther sees light and water colliding. Follow the rainbow! The water helps us to see all the colors that are hidden in the sunlight. That's dispersion. Where they see a dangerous omen, she sees condensation. When the temperature is just right, water droplets are suspended in the air. Where they see faces of the spirits, she sees erosion. Rocks get worn away by water and wind. The faces are just your imagination. Look at the little bird. It says, I don't think they're listening. Esther can't wait to teach the scientific method to her fairy mates. Ask a question, do some research to find out more, make a hypothesis, a fancy word for guess, do experiments, study the results, draw a conclusion, eureka, or you could just do magic. She shows them the periodic table. This is a list of all the elements that make up the whole universe. No, not all of them. We're the dreams and the wishes and sunshine. She even demonstrates gravity. Gravity is why things fall down instead of up. But we can go up, so we must be magic. They just don't get it. Trees fell. Leaves fell. That was definitely gravity. And there is definitely something wrong with this tree. It's wilting. Alakazoo. The fairies do their best to help cast spells. They make magic talismans. They even do a mystical moonlight dance. But nothing works. The tree keeps on wilting. Esther asks a question. Why is the tree wilting? She does some research. She makes a hypothesis. She tries some experiments. She studies her results. At last, Esther draws a conclusion. Eureka! The tree needs more sun. And she says, Symbala who, Symbala he, I'm doing some magic to save this tree. It says, now she waits for the sun to do its work. And waiting, and waiting, and waiting, and waiting, and waiting, and waiting. It took a while, but the tree is looking positively perky. She did it. Esther has proven the power of science. Miss Pellypetal did it. Magic saved the tree. At least she thought she did. She might not have changed the other fairies' minds, but Esther had inspired some questions. She says, how do you do that? Can you teach us science? And that's where every good scientist starts. And that's a little science experiment that maybe we might do. And that is the end of our book. All right, so you already know what I'm going to say, right? Every book has a lesson. And you know this one does too. So the lesson that I took away from this book was ask questions, do your research, because what you think is might not be what is, but it's up to you to dig deeper into the situation. Get all of the facts before you come to your conclusion. And other people might not think exactly like you, and that's okay too, because we need both sides. We need both perspectives. Sometimes it's important to have things that go outside of your one realm of thinking. But it's also important to deal in the facts and what is real and in front of you. Keeps you grounded. And you know what? That also goes with our word of the week for a word, please, which is faith. The letter F is for faith. And just like Esther and some of the fairies in the book, you might have faith that things are going to happen and that they're going to work out. You might wish upon a star. You might say a little spell. But guess what? If you don't do the work, if you don't put in the research, if you don't ask the questions, if you don't do the experiments, then that faith is kind of dead. Because along with the magic, you have to also do the research. Faith without works is dead. Okay, so tell me what you thought about that book. I loved it. I thought it was a good one. Of course, another good pick. And also, yes, if you have a question or you need advice, ask Franklin. Franklin's email address is turtlefrank, that's TurtleFrankk, that's 2 Ks, @gmail.com. So, send Franklin your emails. He's very nosy. He would love to read them. Now listen, don't forget to use your word of the week in your vocabulary this week. See how you can incorporate faith in your everyday language. See what kinds of things you notice that are the definition of faith and behaving faithfully and being faithful. So yeah, work on that. Broaden your vocabulary, use your words. Also, we are on YouTube. Check us out on YouTube. Yeah, The Reading Spot on YouTube. We're there. And as soon as it hits December 1st, we'll be counting down the days to Christmas. You can see our little reindeer up there, so don't forget about that. And also, we like to say once again that we love the love. Thank you guys for loving us so much. Shout out to all of the new subscribers. Franklin says hello. And we appreciate you guys. We can feel the love and we give it right back. So thank you so much. All right. That is pretty much it. That is all the time that we have for tonight. Frank, say goodbye. Okay, Javante, say goodbye. All right, you guys.